Okay, everyone. So we are all here today on Tuesday, right before San Antonio. Super excited to see you all there. It's fabulous that we've got that event coming up, and it's going to be in a gorgeous theater. And I think it's just going to be an amazing event. We've got a lot of new announcements coming out, some new technologies and new products, which are really exciting. And also some new compensation plan changes, which are really fabulous, which you're going to love. So, it's a big new beginning. As we all sort of go through our times, like in life, where you go through these shedding of a skin and a new birth coming, and this is really a new birth for Nikken, and we're poised to really be the biggest and the best of network marketing companies with everything that's been shifted. This is all in great accordance with what the FTC wants, of course, what the FDA wants, but also what we want. And so it's going to be a very exciting time there. So hold on to your hat and let's have some fun together. I'm a great believer in having fun. So thanks for being on this call, the How to Lead call, and we will be on next Tuesday, and I'll fill you in for those of you who can't make it to San Antonio. I'll fill you in on a few of those details next Tuesday, and of course you'll hear them from others as well. But today I wanted to chat a little bit with you about something I came across that I wanted to share because I think it'd be really helpful for everyone on the call, and especially for the women. So this is a woman, a female network marketer who used to work with Tony Robbins a lot, and then developed a network marketing business, and now leads people in the network marketing industry, rather like Eric Worre. And her name is Sonia Stringer, and she has a business called SavvyNetworkMarketingWomen.com. So you can look up SavvyNetworkMarketingWomen.com, and she's training somewhere around 200,000 women about how to build their network marketing businesses. And her focus is on, of course, the biggest money-making activity that we do is prospecting and sponsoring. I mean, not just the prospecting, that's a part of it, of course, but the sponsoring of new people. So we have our retail aspect, but we have our building the network aspect, which is where you can create your long-term residual income, reproductive residual income, and really build a huge network and make a huge influence in the world. And that's where your big wealth comes from, is from the network. But it doesn't mean you can't make some great money with retail. Of course you can, and we've had a lot of focus on that. So it is a balance of both. But her focus is on the magic words to selling and sponsoring. And I listened to one of her webinars yesterday and last night, and I was really excited by what she said, and some light bulbs really went off for me, as we have this light bulb here. So this is why I want to share it with you today, as opposed to just going through the slides, because those slides, a lot of you are regular, and I like to change things up anyway, for myself as well as for you. So I'm going to go through a few of these points she makes. I think they're very, very important. This is about how to talk about your products and your business so people get it. And I think this is probably the most frustrating thing that we have to deal with, is when people don't see what we see, they don't get what we get. It's hard. It's difficult for, like, why don't you get what I see? So she talked a lot about that. And she talks about creating elegant influence, having elegant influence with others, because it is no question that in network marketing we have to learn about influence, about positive influence, influencing others toward good things. And I think women particularly get a little nervous about this influence thing, because we don't want to be pushy and salesy and all of that. And we know that about ourselves. And this is the same for men too. So elegant influence, I thought, was a wonderful kind of term. And so I'm going to kind of run through. I haven't reread these notes, so they'll be a little bitty, but she talks, of course, about transforming lives, which is everything we do in network marketing, and in Nikken is about transforming lives. And that she says the big myth is the quote, just talk to 2 people a day. She said, yes, we do need to talk to at least 2 people per day, but the question is, what are you saying? And so her focus is on words, the magic words to selling and sponsoring. She says, if you aren't creating the income or the impact that you want in your business, it's probably not what you're doing. Well, of course, if you're not seeing anybody, then of course it's what you're doing. But she said, it's probably not what you're doing. You're probably doing the right activities, but it's probably what you're saying, and that it's probably not your fault that you're not taught that, and that we tend to sort of show up and throw up. And that's a terrible thing. And we've all talked about this a lot. So you know that it's important not to just throw up Nikken all over people, because it never works and people just turn away. So she says, if the turning point is, if I want to make money and be able to help others, I need to learn how to communicate so other people get it. And so she studied a lot of people with results, and she says the keys to communicating so others see value in what you have is the magic words and taking action, of course. So let's see. She's now taught thousands, and she sees that they boost their income between 25 to 60% and recruit 2 to 6 business builders in their first month after doing this kind of work with her. So I do think she has some really powerful stats to corroborate what she's saying. So the common mistake number 1 is we talk about the products or the business opportunity and we dazzle them with details. We focus on ingredients. We focus on steps to use the products. We focus on the facts and the statistics of the company or the compensation plan or whatever. And the prospect is saying, so what? So what? Why should I care? What does all that have to do with me? So the solution is to talk about what your products and business can do for people. What are the benefits, the results that people will experience with your products and business? And the suggestion is to focus 80% on benefits and 20% on details. I hope this is helpful for you. I hope this is resonating for you. Example, my product can help you sleep better at night, or have more energy, or lose weight and feel great, or fit into your skinny jeans, to focus on the benefits. So my business can help you save money on your taxes, not worry about layoffs, retire early. These are the benefits, right? So my product can help you, and then fill in the blanks. My business can help you fill in those blanks. So, and I kind of loved it that she mentioned sleep better at night, because of course we do talk about that a lot, and have more energy. We talk about that a lot. Losing weight, of course, as well. My business can help you make a full-time income on a part-time time frame. My business can help you quit that job you hate and be home with your kids. So you get that idea. So this is the first step in what she's speaking about. She says, sell the destination, not the airplane. Talk about what the products and business can do for people. If you don't miss out, hang on, I have to see what I wrote here. If you don't miss out on sales, business partners. Oh, if you don't do that, you'll miss out on sales or business partners. So the key is the focusing 80% on benefits, 20% on details. So get how so the people can get how the products in the business can help them. When they get that, they join you. So that was the common mistake number 1. And the common mistake number 2 is that benefits can sometimes sound too boring. She said we have a lot of advertising coming at us all the time, and everybody says have more energy. So we need to spice it up. She said we need to fire it up to get attention. It's not just you could lose weight. It's not just you could look younger. It's not just you could have more energy. It's not enough. So she said, so this is the second point, that people really buy feelings. Not just what it can give them, the benefits, but for how it makes them feel. So the solution is to talk about the experiences, the feelings that people want and can expect through your products or business and can experience through your products and business. My product can help you lose weight so you'll feel totally confident and sexy in your bikini next summer. That was one of the examples she gave. So it's, my product can help you do this, lose weight, so you'll feel totally confident. So this was a great idea. My products can help you have younger looking skin so you feel gorgeous no matter what your age. You know, I thought that was so great. It's not enough to say it'll help you have younger looking skin. There's ads everywhere for that. But so you can feel gorgeous no matter what your age. My business can help you make more money. So there's always a so that. So you can feel secure that you'll be able to retire comfortably. My business can help you be home with your kids so you never have to feel guilty for not being there when they need you the most. That was powerful. You know, a big reason for me of doing this business was so I could be home with my children. I just got off the phone with one of them in Switzerland and her kids now. And so, you know, that's a lovely thing because, you know, mothers do feel guilty when they have to, you know, put the kids in daycare to go to work, or they're just not there present and there's a nanny or whatever. So my products and business can help you fill in the blank, get this benefit. So you can get a bigger benefit, which is that you're going to feel this way. I hope this is making sense to you. Because like I say, I just listened to it last night and I haven't gone over my notes except with you right now. But it's making sense to me again. And I'm hoping, you know, it's a cryptic version, of course. You can use the magic words even on your business cards and include feelings. So how do people get to feel when they use your products? How do they get to feel when they build a successful business? If you don't do this, people tune you out. If you do this, people really get it. And you will have a lot more sales and a lot more business partners joining you. Let's see. The common mistake number 3 was, there were 4 altogether, but using the same generic message for everybody. That's a problem because we're not all the same and we don't all have the same concerns and values and so forth and needs at the time of life that we're in. People buy your products or business for very different reasons. Moms, they want to make money. Why? Because they want more time with their children. And honestly, I can vouch for that. And, you know, there are so many women now starting business. I think it's 1,200 per day. Women are starting entrepreneurial businesses. That's just in America. And it's happening all over the Western world. You know, it's happening in Australia. It's happening in England and France, Europe. So, you know, this is big. We have to look at, so who are our key constituents, if you like? Who are the people that you actually want to work with? Think about that. And then how do you approach them? So she said there were 4 major ones she mentioned. One were mothers, because, you know, network marketing is so high female content, like 70-75% in Nika, and it's women. Baby boomers. So they want to sock money away for retirement. So they're concerned more for later, and they don't want to be a burden on their children. She didn't say that, but I say that. I think that's really important. Then there's college kids, and they want to pay off their student loans. They want to find ways to do that. And that's actually how Vemma got into trouble. They really targeted the college kids and said, you know, you don't have to get a degree. You can just build a network marketing business and have a Rolls Royce instead or whatever. And of course that was not good. And they were just selling packs and packs and packs. And that's why Vemma got into trouble, because they weren't doing it in the right way. You don't want to be trying to take people off their game of what they're doing. You just want to help them have an adjunct. You know, 70% and more now people have a second income aside from their job. And with college kids, of course, they're in school. So that's major. They have to do their schooling. But this is a way to pay off their student loans, which we know is a huge weight upon kids. So, and then she mentioned realtors. She said they want to have a steady income when the market's slow. Right now in Boulder, the market is hot and crazy. It's just going up like exponentially. But there've been times here where I know where realtors, it hasn't been like that. It's been very slow. So they want to have something more steady there. So these were the four she sort of mentioned. So you need to customize the message. The $1 million tip is the more customized your message, the more people respond. And because it resonates more deeply with them, which of course that makes sense, doesn't it? So we need to discover the WITT, the WIT. What's important to them? W, what, I for important, TT, to them. What's important to them? How can I show them how they can get that with my products, my business? Very, very, very good work here. So she said it's about profiling your prospects. Profiling is a powerful skill to really know this WITT, what's in it for them. The working mom, right? We have those common problems, they're missing their kids, the daycare, the office politics, the probably not making enough money, stress, there's no control over their hours, that's a huge one, and no time for self or family. So, what they want is, they want to have more control over their hours. They don't want to have a boss. They want more time for themselves and their family, both. And they want to make a difference. These days, people more and more want to make a difference, make an impact in the world. And I love that because, you know me well. That's sort of always been my primary thing is let's make a big difference in the world with natural healthcare technologies, with wellness, with well-being. So I have a business that helps working moms to get these benefits with these feelings. So I have a business that helps working moms to make a great income working from home. So they don't have to feel guilty when their kids need them the most, right? They're going to be there. So because that is a big feeling with working mothers is, they always feel guilty. How am I going to be everywhere for everyone? They can't do that, right? It's impossible. So I have a business that helps baby boomers, helping them for retirement so they can travel and spend time with their grandchildren and so on and so forth. So you get this. So you match your message and you tie it into this WITT. What's in it for them? What's in it for them? What's in it? Yeah, for them. To them. What's important to them? I'm like, wait a minute, what's in it for them? That's not a WITT. And so again, if you don't do that, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to the prospects. And if you do that, people really get it and you get their attention immediately. And you get more responses instead of them fading out or checking out or whatever. You get more responses, invites with emails, Facebook posts, and so forth. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you on that, because time goes quickly. The litmus, she said the litmus test is to really practice this and use this before meeting with prospects. So to really, really think about before, first of all, she was like, who do you want to target? And I really got thinking about this, who is it, that I really want to work with? Who do you really want to work with? Because this business is really fun and fabulous when you're working with people that you resonate with and that you feel you really are able to help. And it's so rewarding when it's like that. But you have to think, like, who do I want to work with? Do I want to work with working moms? Is that a group I want to? They are very effective when they get Power of Network Marketing. Gosh, look at things like Mary Kay and Arbonne and there was Tupperware and Discovery Toys. And, think about all those, women were, just highly effective in becoming millionaires, with this. And if you look up Sonia Stringer, one of the things I posted the other day about her was she interviewed, I think, 5 women who'd made multi-millions in network marketing, and they never said the company. just their name and why they did it. And truly for them, it was so much about making an impact, positive difference in other women's lives, but getting back their own life, getting back, time was a huge one. So they could be with their children or grandchildren, whatever. And of course, financially, the money gives you the time back. So that was really very compelling, and I encourage you to listen to it, because even though, and I know we have some men on this call, of course, realize that a lot of the people you will sponsor are going to be women too. So really bear that in mind. And then look at the demographics. So do you want to work with working moms? Do you want to work with the baby boomer generation, who are concerned about retirement? Are they the ones that, captivate you? Let's see, who else did she mention there? The realtors. Do you want to help realtors? Maybe that's an area that you've had, you worked with. Do you want to work with college kids who are either in college now or just coming out of college, and they're concerned about their bills, their college student loans? So I'm going to encourage you to really think about that, and then practice this, idea, so that people can really get it. Because I think this is the key thing. A lot of times it's not that we're not out there chatting with people and talking to people. It's that we're just making these mistakes. We're talking too much about the products or the business. We're dazzling them with the details. We're focusing on the ingredients or the steps to use the products or the facts and the statistics of the company or the comp plan or whatever. And the prospect is saying, so what? Right? Why should I care? What does all of that have to do with me? And I realized this mistake in myself. Like I do that. I tend to focus a lot on the products because I'm so passionate about what our products do for people. And, I don't always sync up with maybe what they really need in that moment. So, focusing 80% on the benefits and remembering that it's not just my product can help you sleep better at night, but my product can help you sleep better at night so that, and then it's a feeling, so that you feel fully energized and present in the day with your family. You're in a good mood so that you're happy throughout the day at work, with your kids, whatever. It's that feeling, because that's what we all want. That's what we all long for. And, in NECANN, as you know, it's such a loving group of people. It's such a wonderful tribe of people. And I talk about that a lot with people. I'm like, how many places do you go to where you are inspired and encouraged all the time to be the greatest you can be, right? Humans being more. That is a huge selling point of our business, is us, is that we get to be together where we're all very mutually supportive of each other and we can really shine. And, I've been working in this branding class lately, and I've been talking about my passion to help people who are sort of stuck in lack of self-expression and self-creativity, and help them break loose into their true genius and really bring their gifts fully to the world. And it's amazing as I talk about it, not only do I get inspired by that, but other people in the class really respond to that too. They're like, well, I want to do that. And it's so interesting. They mean say, well, Julie, I want to meet with you. If that's what you do, then I want to meet with you. So that's kind of an interesting other aspect around, there's a balance here between what I'm speaking about here with Sonia's work, which is, I think, excellent. What is it for them? But it's also, what is it for you? What lights you up? And so when you're looking at the demographics of who you want to work with, the people I want to work with are people that want to be their greatest self. I mean, for me, that is really it, because they're the ones I have so much fun with. They're really in the game. They're highly immersed in the game. And we know immersion is very important, to immerse yourself in the company. That's why we have events like San Antonio coming up, because we must come together. It's not an if or a but. If this is a hobby for you, then yeah, maybe not. But if this is a business for you, you have to be at those events. They are critical for all of us. So, because that's the tribe, that's building the power of the tribe and bringing new people into that tribe. very, very exciting. So I don't think I'm going to go through these slides at all because I'm looking at the time, but I mean, I can whiz through a couple of them just quickly, but these are things to think about, right? Who do you want to work with? Who's your ideal business partner, right? Because there's no question for you to create the time that you want, the money that you want, the influence and the impact you want in the world. You have to find others who want to do this business with you. That is critical. The prospecting and sponsoring is a critical part of our business. And how to lead? You lead by that example, bringing new people in. So let's just run through very, very, very quickly. Leading by example. If it's going to be, it's up to me. Remember that and be proactive. Be goal-oriented, showing versus telling, and communicating your vision. These are key points. Leading with love, showing love and respect, belief in others, using the model for success. We have a great model now to work with, and celebrating success. Don't forget to celebrate the success. Leading with confidence, starting with you, all right? Building self-esteem, building self-efficacy, thinking positively, creating positive affirmations. That's a big one. And then a critical question or two, time for serious reflection. And we say serious reflection here because we always want to look at what's working and what's not working in our business, yeah? We want to be honest about that and not beat ourselves up about it because we're all learning. We're all learning how to be better, But this time now for really serious reflection, when you look at the different virtues and the attributes of leadership we've discussed today, which one do you need to work on right now? What will you do differently this week as a result of what you've learned today? So perhaps, there's some ideas here from Sonia Stringer. And again, you can look her up, savvynetworkmarketingwomen.com. You can find her on Facebook. You can listen to some of her things. And I'm not, trying to sell her. I'm just saying she's got some ideas that I don't think maybe I have incorporated enough in my own business model in the way I communicate, and maybe it can help you too. And I feel like it's of great value. So, and then we come back to how to lead. And of course, it's always being that beautiful light bulb. It's the idea, Brendan Burchard said, energy is everything. Energy is everything. So bringing your joy to the forefront and bringing the joy to the struggle. There will always be some struggle. And I think our biggest struggle is that when people don't get it. When we feel we know we have something of great, great value to bring them, but somehow they're not getting it. And perhaps learning some of this will help you, help me, help all of us to just shift it a little bit, to just shift the communication a little bit, to do 80% benefits, 20% detail, to show this is the benefit, you have wonderful energy all through the day, and this is going to help you feel, and then whatever you think that feeling is for them, that they're more alert and on task at work, they're more creative, they have more energy to create a beautiful dinner for their family, whatever it is. So to put those two together and then to really profile and decide who do you want to target in a sense. It's always an unfortunate word in a way, isn't it? Target. I was thinking like a, big target and the bullseye and all that. But it is important. Who do you want to work with, and where are they? Where are they residing? Where are you going to find them? Because then you can go there and find them. So I think that's a really, there's BNI meetings. I started looking up some of those in town here, and just to see what kind of people do you want to meet. Entrepreneurs, probably entrepreneurially thinking people. Entrepreneurs or people who think they could be an entrepreneur. They're probably more exciting for you to talk with than people that are really stuck in the more traditional viewpoint of work. Same with health. If they're more open to alternative, healthcare and medicine, then probably going to be more open to this. But aside from those two things, who are the ones you really want to work with closely? Is it the working moms? Is it the college kids? Is it the baby boomers? Is it the realtors? And I'm sure there's so many other athletes. I like to work with athletes, and there's pros and cons to that. They're very busy with their focus, as are most people, but yet they love the technologies, and they could help a lot of other athletes with them. So, and they're good at goal setting. So they're a fun group for me because they expect a lot from themselves, as you do of yourself and as I do of myself. So I hope these are some good thoughts to ponder on this week. And I look forward to seeing you all in San Antonio in the next few days. It's going to be great. And then next Tuesday, we'll talk more about the things, the changes, the movement forward, the new beginnings, the excitement of taking Nikken to the next level and your own business to the next level. So, because that's going to help you feel fabulous about yourself and your security and your ability to really change the world. So thanks everybody for being with me today. It's a pleasure always to be with you. Please share this recording when I put it up. Please do encourage your team to be on these calls so we can have lots of people on the call live. And thank you very, very much. I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.